please, we're going to make a start. Hello and welcome back to our second day at the Co-op Congress. Happy International Day of the Cooperatives. Woohoo! And a very special welcome to our Youth Summit delegates who are joining us today and will be feeding back to us in the end session about what they've achieved at the summit. The future is theirs. So, should we just have a quick look back at what we did yesterday?
Across times...
Well done, everyone. It's been a brilliant day and the energy is palpable, so I'm expecting more of the same today. Just a bit of housekeeping for you all. We'll be using the MyUno app again for translation throughout the day. Yesterday we had some challenges because it relies heavily on the Wi-Fi, so I have a polite request that if you don't need to use the Wi-Fi for translation during the sessions and you're just looking at your social media, that you just come off the Wi-Fi and give priority to especially our guests who need to use that translation app. For those who would prefer, though, we do have live translation in Spanish. This is taking place in the marquee outside. Just to recap then, a few bits of housekeeping because there are no fire alarms planned. So if you hear the fire alarm, please follow the exit signs. And before we kick off our programme today, I'm thrilled to share that the Rochdale Pioneers Museum, by popular demand, is open again today. So please do visit if you've not had chance already. We've also got the National Youth Summit running in the Bright Hall upstairs today. It's our 4th edition of this event, and a huge thanks to the Cooperative Bank again for their ongoing support for the Youth Summit. Of course, Co-op Group as well, who've been really, really supportive of our young people. We'll run through this morning's programme shortly, but first, as it's the International Day of Cooperatives, we have two very special guests. Bastien Sibyl from Co-op FR with La Flamme and Jeroen Douglas, Director General of the International Cooperative Alliance. We'll be welcoming them to the stage shortly, but first...
Across time zones and borders, more than 1 billion people on Earth are part of something shared. Not just consumers, but producers, workers, residents and sellers choose cooperatives every day. In the Philippines, Quena's morning is already in motion. Her morning coffee and breakfast are all local products from local cooperative enterprises. This is where Quena usually buys her lunch and groceries. Meanwhile in Tanzania, Mushingani's day just started. Mushingani walks through Lindi as the town wakes up, passing many familiar faces. Like many in the small town of Lindi, he starts his day with a quiet sense of purpose, knowing his work contributes to something greater than himself. Mushingani is a clerk at Nolele Agricultural Marketing Cooperative Society, where local farmers bring their sesame harvests to be weighed, recorded, and fairly sold to wider markets. But his role goes beyond the ledger. It's a quiet act of service to the community that raised him. In Europe, we meet Yas in Malta. Yas runs a language and interpretation cooperative that supports migrants in her community every day. Today, Yas has several meetings. In one of them, the team will discuss plans for the cooperative's annual investments. Every decision is made through one person, one vote, a core principle of cooperatives all around the world. On the other side of the world, in Argentina, Nicholas just arrived at his job. He's a professor of cooperative law, guiding new generations who believe in solidarity and shared responsibility. But his commitment goes beyond the classroom. He lives cooperation in every part of his life. Through his work, Nicholas brings to life a key cooperative principle: education. Creating spaces where people learn together and helping cooperatives grow stronger across his country and region. Even as daylight fades, cooperation doesn't stop. Kayana visits her youth laboratory co-op, where young people are learning, sharing, and creating to inspire others, growing through knowledge and purpose. Later, she helps a fellow member manage his savings, showing how cooperatives empower their members economically and shape their futures. This is the spirit of cooperation, alive in every moment. Across town, young people learn and work building their future by sharing knowledge and through collective ownership. Whether it's transport, retail, care, energy, agriculture, banking, or any of the other crucial areas, cooperators and their cooperatives keep daily life going. From Cebu to Lindi, Valletta to Bahia Blanca, cooperatives are always moving, always building, always there. Different days, different stories, but one shared journey. We don't always see it, but it's there, in the connections, the actions, the people. Cooperatives exist to answer members' needs and aspirations. Cooperatives connect us. The 3 million cooperatives are everywhere, building fairer futures from sunrise to sunset. Cooperatives are building a better world.
So can I welcome to the stage now today to light the cooperative flame, Sebastian and Jeroen.
Dear host Marley, dear Jeroen Douglas, and dear all, I mean, this is such a beautiful day. We are all together for this International Cooperative Day. I'm so glad to be here with you today. So, on the behalf of Jérôme Sadier, who could not be here today, but who is the president of the French Co-op movement, I am so happy and proud to bring to you the cooperative flame. So happy and proud, first of all, because we French Co-op movement feel deeply related to the cooperation history. And this history is rooted here in Rochdale. So this is a great proudness for us to be with you. And I think that this shared history is something that is very important in between our two countries. So let's rely on that. And second of all, because we feel deeply connected to the international co-op movement that is sustained and shaped by the ACA. So I'm very glad that I can share that with you today. So this flame that you're gonna witness the raising up in like 1 minute has been raised up in every part of France, every town, every villages, and it brings to you the light of our 22,000 cooperatives. It's made of 400 wires, 400 wires symbolizing our diversity, because co-op movement is something diverse, but also our unity, because all these wires are put together because there is a strong solidarity in between our organizations. So this is a symbolic but so sincere contribution to what ties us all. That is a certain vision of cooperation, and that is the strong confidence in its capacity to build a better world. So Jeroen, it's an honor for me to raise this flame with you today. My honor too. Okay. Yeah. It's okay. It's perfect. Yeah. Thank you, Sebastian. Thank you very much. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
So yes, happy International Cooperatives Day. A big applause for our International Cooperatives Day, please. And this lovely gesture from our French co-operators, bringing all the way this flame to the birthplace of co-ops here in Rochdale. So I've been asked to give you my impressions of the last 5 days, because the Co-ops UK Congress is just 2 more days to a larger week we've had. And I think it's worthwhile to share you my words on what we have been witnessing. So I'm the Director General of the International Cooperative Alliance. You know that. We are actually this year celebrating our 130th anniversary. The first day of the International Cooperative Alliance was in London, because co-ops were already in all the continents, just emerging in Africa, already a few years in Asia, in Europe already 50 years around, and in the Americas also around. And people said we need to create one united umbrella, the International Cooperative Alliance. There were 4 reasons why the ICA was created. One is indeed, as the flame shows, to be united in diversity. 2 is we need to have one clear space for education, communication and information on the entire movement. 3 is the ICA operates as the custodian of our statement of cooperative identity, which is the sum, as we know, of our values, our ethical values, and our well-known 7 principles. The first version you can find in Tote Lane. It has evolved a little bit, but in the core it's still the same. And the last reason why the ICA was created is to encourage trade among co-ops. I think we can do better there, and I hope to tell you what we have been doing over the last few days in order to give some power to that. So on Monday, we were in the important building, the museum, gathering for the first time as a group that builds the Cooperative Cultural Heritage Program. It's a few months back that the ICA board adopted a proposal so kindly sponsored and supported by our Brazilian friends, OCB, to develop finally a global map where all the cradles of inspiration will come together, the undisputed cradles of co-ops. So we hope to launch this beautiful cooperative cultural heritage program, tangible, intangible, educational, during our next great big meeting of the board in Brazil in early November. So that was only on the Monday. I joined the afternoon with ICAO, which is our agricultural forum, to discuss the new partnership that we are building with regenerative agriculture, which is a great solution for many farmers working in co-ops to become, rather than being a climate victim, to become a climate hero. It's all about healthy soils, clean water, biodiversity on your farm, and also carbon capturing within a community approach. So that was just the Monday. I will scroll rapidly to the Wednesday, not to bother you with the Tuesday, which more internal meetings. On the Wednesday, we had our big General Assembly with participants from over 110 countries of the world coming together in the magnificent other town hall, not as nice as this one, but close as nice, in Manchester, where we had a wonderful meeting. Also the mayor was there to open it. And in that General Assembly, I think we did many good things, but I think the highlight was the unanimous adoption of our new strategy, 2026-2030, which starts with our alpha being our cooperative statement of identity in all our activities. That's the alpha of all our work. But we also now created a much more clear omega. What is ultimately our vision of travel? And that is to ensure that we enlarge the cooperatives and mutuals within the global economy. A social contract for a new global economy was adopted with workflows on people, on data, on advocacy, on strategy for finance, and also on future-orientedness. So that was, I think, a big highlight during the General Assembly. It was followed by a very nice reception through our wonderful host of Co-op Group. We have to thank them. I'm not sure whether there's Co-op Group here in the room. I'm sure they are, so I think they deserve an applause. So it's the team of Jeroen who has done a fantastic job to organize those days. Then we moved to the Thursday, and Thursday we had another series of splendid meetings. And I'm a bit biased, but I would like to mention in particular the CM50 sequel, because we are building here a new platform of CEOs of the largest co-ops and mutuals in the world, preparing for the World Social Summit. I think I spoke on that yesterday as well. But it's really a vibrant new space that has been created when we started the International Year of Co-ops in New Delhi last year, where Sri Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of India, opened the event. There was so much energy in the air that sector leads said we need to bring the CEOs together to bring them also to the World Social Summit, which was an ask, by the way, of the Secretary General Antonio Guterres in his video message. So the second World Social Summit, as I said yesterday, will be a pivotal moment. Not only are we there to close the International Year of Co-ops, because then we've been from November to November in this celebratory space, but I feel it's also the beginning of a new era. As I said yesterday, these so-called super cycles, as described by people like Kondratiev, where every 40 years somehow we are moving to a new geopolitical economic paradigm, is really in the making. You feel it, it's everywhere, all the news, the Pluto-populist policies of some leaders with their circus capitalism are clear signs that we are moving to the end of an era. And we are there as co-ops, resilient as we are, to develop a new era. And CM50, I hope, will be positioned as the platform, our own World Cooperative Economic Forum. So that was well discussed on Thursday with participation of 43 CEOs and a lot of other people who are interested and supportive of this idea. On Thursday, there was many more other things, but I cannot continue to mention everything. Then on yesterday, briefly, some very nice takeaways I would like to mention. I was thrilled with this whole concept of enshittification, which was brought by Cory Doctorow. He did that also in New Delhi, but it was good to hear it twice, because very information dense presentation. And this concept of enshittification, which is happening with all those IT platforms, I feel is like a metaphor of how the whole world global economy is moving to some form of enshittification. And the big ask is, how can we de-enshittify it? And I think co-ops have a lot of answers there. So one of the things that we hope to achieve, also mentioned in the forum, is the building of a Co-op cloud, our own digital platform that will be Enshittify proof. That's the basic idea, built in, in a, I would say, sovereign space, our own technology, with our own tooling, with our own data platform, free of all kinds of commercial ads, delivering a series of verticals on carbon credits, on our branding and .coop, of knowledge exchange. We have P6 in the making with Howard Brodsky and his team, and also the new partnership with Co-op Exchange on smart access to finance will all be verticals coming in this Co-op cloud. So that is for me very prosperous, inspirational way forward to work in this movement. Last two things on the day of yesterday, because so many things have happened, as you've seen in the video. The Gender Equality Committee came together discussing their 4 edges of the future. We need to work on female leadership. More women at the top is a guarantee for more peace, for more sustainability and more prosperity. We need to work on better educational programs on gender equality and on other diversity models in the world. 3, we need to ensure that there is a non-violence program for all the cooperative movement. We are building our whistleblower procedure to ensure that you feel safe and at home all the time. And lastly, the care economy is a priority work field for this gender equality group. And then the youth. I know today it's your National Cooperative Youth Summit. I spoke with Meg from Mid-Counties, she's one of the participants, and she said, we will talk about AI and how can we ensure that AI is not eating us, but rather we are eating AI and be future-proof, one of the topics to discuss. So a lot of things have been discussed. The flame is there, the flame is our light for the future, and I believe the future is bright. We are together building a better world. Thank you. Thank you.
Huge thank you to Jeroen. For those of you who are not aware of the work of the ICA, you should have seen quite a lot of it this week. And for those of you in the UK who don't opt to pay into the member subscriptions for the ICA, I would plead that you do that because they do incredible work. But I'd also like to say Jeroen's an absolute gift to the ICA. He's doing an absolutely brilliant job of raising our profile worldwide. And we have got a space at the Social Summit in Doha this year, and that's down to the incredible team there. So thank you very much, Jeroen. And I cannot talk about the ICA and the work of the UK without mentioning that we do have here with us Dame Pauline Green, who's been instrumental in the development of the ICA throughout the years. So huge thank you for that. Okay, so if you are over the age of 30, please stay seated. And if you could just bear with us for 2 minutes, because the Youth Summit under the age of 30, please make your way up to the bright room. Thank you. And we will be transporting La Flamme to its next destination, but we will start straight away. So you get 2 minutes to turn around. Thank you.